So hi everyone, welcome to the React application development session, and today we are going to just develop a small React application, that is the issue tracker. So let's proceed with that. Make sure that you have installed VS Code and NodeJS should be installed on your machine, so you can use. Even if you don't have VS Code, then also you can do that. So just seeing the file structure, it will be easier, so only we are using the VS Code. So what I have to do, first I have to run the npx this command. This command is nothing, it will create a React application, okay, with the name of issue tracker. So let's proceed with that, and I'll open the VS Code, and I have the command called npx space. You have to give create hyphen react app, okay, and you have to give the app name, that means application name, what you want to give. Like I'm giving issue tracker. The moment you hit enter, so it will see that something is happening here. That means your application is process of installation of creating React application, and I'm using the 5.1 React here. It's asking to proceed, permission yes, give yes, click OK to proceed. So it will create the structure. You can see that in this directory the new React application is created, and installing the package like React DOM, document object model, React script, and with CRA template. If you want to change the template, also you can change the template. There are the different ways there to create the different templates. So you have to wait till this get completion. Make sure when you are installing this, so you should have the internet connection, because it's download from the some templates may require its internet connection. Make sure you have internet connection on your local machine. So it takes maybe sometimes longer, because it has to create the entire folder structure of the React application. Now you can see that the package 1324 package got added in 2 minutes, and 268 packages are looking for funding. So this is just for funding. You can see that initializing the Git repository, I've already connected with the Git also, and now installing the dependency, and you can see here now everything is completed. So 8 vulnerability was there, 2 moderate and 6 high. So you can finish this one, and if you want to look at this, what vulnerability is there in the code, you can look at there. If you want to create the git commit, then you can create it. So this is successfully created. I'll show you this structure of that. So inside this directory we can use npm start, okay, then you can npm run build, then you can test there, and you can run the project, okay. So it's saying that now you can change to the folder that is called issue tracker. So let me check that. Let's go to the folder structure, and you can see there I have the folder structure I've just created in this issue tracker, not in this. Okay, so I have little changed the folder structure to clearly visible. So I've created once again the same new folder, and then run the same code. So you can see there once created, on the left hand side there, you can see that issue tracker, there will get the public and src, 2 folder will get it, and along with the node modules will be there. So now the thing is that in public you'll be having several file, and even in the src you'll be having app.js and app.css, index.css, index.js. So all these files will automatically it will create, and it will be there. Now you can change as per your requirement. So these all are the basics. So let me execute this code, and then you will get to know that okay, how this React application looked at. So first of all, I have to change my directory because I have created the folder name as a issue tracker. So I'll give cd and I'll give issue tracker. So the moment you press the tab button, automatically you will get the issue tracker. Enter, and to start this you have to click on npm start. So npm and start. So the moment you give, automatically it is getting started. So React script will start and it will open the local host website. So you must wait for that. So just give some information. You can see that it is starting the deployment server. You can see that this is the going to be load your local host with the port number 3000. So by default this port will be taken with the React, and this is the very basic React application which will be loaded here. And you can see that if anything you want to be loaded, then you can add it in src app.js. So you know very well that anything React works on the JS file, so you have to change any CSS if you want. Accordingly CSS you have to use. So let's proceed with our code. So this is the code what we have done now. Okay, so this is the very basic React development. So you can see here, this is your app.js file. So whenever you want to import, that means you want to add any logo, okay, so in your application, so it's very easy because you can see there I have a public folder. That means in public folder, whatever the images you want, you can use any favicon you want, images you want, you can use it there. Robot.txt, this is all the web application part, so I'm not going in deeply with that. So I want any image, I'll use any image over there. Okay, and even you can see that in src everything is there. So if I want to add the logo, so what I'm using import. Okay, you have to specify logo. Okay, from where here it is there, where it exists. So that's what we have to define the from, and we have to give the path of the logo. So you can see there this logo that is in SVG format, and it is available inside the src directory. So I'm taking this in from src directory. So that's why this is root directory for this, because here only I have app.js. So only it's I'm getting. Now the CSS what you are seeing here, right? So what this CSS background color with this image, everything is coming. Then for that, if you want, then you have to use import app.css. So whenever you create any CSS file and you want to call those CSS, then you are going to use import.css. Okay, if you open CSS file, you will get to know that what are the CSS is created. So let me open. So I'm creating .app, the root directory. Okay, so I'm aligning the text will be in center. The logo will be the height of minimum 40. Okay, then pointer event none. Then for the media, right, for the animation of the logo, so I'm using just prefers reduce. So these are the just CSS parts, so you will learn in details, so you can use it. And the header how you want, so app header, application header with background. If you are calling this using header, then ID, then you are going to use background color is this. You can see here, right? So if you click on mouse over, you can see that what color is getting appear, right? So what is the minimum height, display, and so on. So link, if any link is there, what color of link will be, see the link color. Then you want some keyframe they have created. Okay, so this all created by default, you can change accordingly as per your need. Okay, so now let's go to our code, that is app.js. Okay, and now you can see here I'm using a function. So you have to use when you want to deploy a React application, that is the function app. Okay, and then you have to open the parenthesis, and then in return you have to call all the HTML. So you cannot write directly the HTML code and you can execute. So I'm using return, okay, and in this return I'll use the division tag and class name is equal to app. So CSS will be called for that. Then header, class name is app header. Then I'm using the logo. So when you want to logo to be called automatically, what logo is there, so you have to click src, and this is the dynamic path we are using in the parenthesis, okay. And class name, logo, some alternative tag you want. Paragraph where I'm just writing about this, and this is the code format src. So that's what the result what you are seeing. You can see that src app.js, okay, and load. So now for the link, which this link you are getting learn React, then you can see that the link color, that's what I was discussing about the CSS part of that. So anchor tag, then class name, already we created the CSS for the app link. Then location, that means which when you click on that where it will go. And target, that means it will be create a new page, or you want to open the same page, you can give any relevance you want to define, you can define. So this is anchor tag, get close, and you have to write the learn React, then close the header, okay, and close the division tag. So I've used here return method. So obviously return, every return you have the with the semicolon to terminate, or finally and function will be closed here. And then you can write export default app. So this is the app name. So based on that it will be exported the details. That means it will be ready to go live, okay. So if any changes if you do there, let's see that here, save and reload, okay. So what I'll do, I'll change, reload again and again. Just I'm just saving this, okay. So this will be compiled automatically. You can see that whenever you save, automatically we have compiled successfully. And when you go here, you can see here the live server. That means it's working fine, there is no problem in that, and hence you can execute further, okay. So this was a very basic example, hope you would have understand. Now we have to go in details, okay. So how, let's see that. So even you can see that index.js you have, okay. So in index.js, so you know very well, any website, if I type here /index.js, so what will happen, let's see that. See, the same application, same website is opening, right? So it is getting retyped here. This is the actual page. So whenever you use any first page, by default it's index. So how it is going to be used, you can see here. So I'm importing React from the React, okay. Then you are using React DOM, so DOM client. Now you are importing CSS file. Now you are importing the app file, okay. You are importing for the some CSS from report web vitals from this file. Then you are going to use creating a variable for the root, okay. So you have to create the root, so that means file you have to call. So React DOM, you can, even if you mouse over, you will see that it show that importing React DOM. Then you will create the root. So document.getElement by id root. So you are going to render. So that is that name what I have given, app. So it will call, okay, and in strict mode, and it will be ready to live, okay. So same thing will appear here, okay. Let's proceed now to use the React component to